This is called When Country Came Back to Town. This is my account. I've been able to be, speaking of fly jokes, a fly on the wall for a lot of things that have been cool to me. I was there when Shooter Jennings rewound the sound like a cassette. I watched Jamie Johnson cut You Can't Cash My Checks. Back then, Rowdy Jason Cope was running Shine Sunset Divine, picking songs with Leroy Powell, making redneckisms rhyme. I guess now everyone knows Cousin Dave, but he's been around a while, proving simple truths in music. They just don't go out of style. It's hard to tell it when you're in it sometimes. A moment's too profound. But if I had to bet my money, that's when country came back to town. Right after that, I moved to Nashville, and most of the Broadway stars wanted to be Cody Canada, Ryan Bingham, or Hayes Carl, but they seemed too cautious to commit, so they surrendered to the game. But nobody sang like Brandy Carlisle or wrote like Niggy Lane. But you couldn't deny that it was lost, or how it would be found. But when Sturgill climbed high top mountain country came back to town. That's right, it's a whole song about name dropping. But I know these people. Beyond the pickups and the back roads, you could almost hear it play, though it was softer than a whisper through the pines. Some say it never left, some say that it got saved, some say like everything, it changes over time. Well, all I know for certain is I'm glad I was around when country came back to town. Oh, when country came back to town. As the divide grew even greater between commerce and art, folks like Miranda Lambert kept a beat inside its heart, right along with Chris and Morgan and Casey Musgraves too. What took the world so long to catch on for us was nothing new. But by the time the torch was passed and the hatchet was laid down, Music Row had nearly burned to ash when country came back to town. Beyond the pickups and the back roads, you could almost hear it play, though it was softer than a whisper through the pines. Some say it never left, some say that it got saved, some say like everything, it changes over time. Well, all I know for certain is I'm glad I was around when country came back to town. Oh, when country came back to town. Look at it, you. Now here we are 16 years later, with a list a mile long, names like Childers, Jinx, Price, and Whitey, Hood, Shook, Cook, Cawthon, and Combs. Now I won't be stopping, no name dropping till, wait on, there's more names in there. The list a mile long. Oh, like Childers, Jinx, Price, and Whitey, Hood, Shook, Cook, Cawthon, and Combs. Lord knows it's hard to name them all, but hell, right off the top of my head, Isabel, Edie, Pat, and Moon Pies, Turnpike, Coulter, and Crockett. And I won't be stopping, no name dropping, till history books echo the sound of all the folks who saddled up and drove country back to town. Aaron Raitiere, you in there too, man. Back to town.
Man, that guy got an ink pen on him. Talk about some writing, man.